We covered this story Tuesday, earlier in the week. This guy said he worked for Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs said they had no record of his employment. I believe he lied about where he went to school. I don't remember the name of the college. He apparently said that his family fled the Holocaust. But we're finding out that's not true.
Look, as I always joke, I'm Jew-ish.
Throughout his campaign, Republican Congressman-elect George Santos would refer to himself as half Jewish or a Latino Jew, often telling his grandparents' story, how he says they survived the Holocaust as Ukrainian Jewish refugees and converted to Catholicism, changing their surname to survive. Here's how Santos explained it just last month in an interview with the Jewish News Syndicate.
I'm very proud of my grandparents' story. My grandfather fleeing Ukraine, fleeing Stalin's persecution, going to Belgium, finding refuge there, marrying my grandmother, then fleeing Hitler, going to Brazil.
Whoa, that's a doozy right there. There's even more to it than just the fleeing of the Holocaust. Wow.
It's a story of perseverance.
It's a story that may not be true. His misrepresentation.
His grandpa lived in sexual anarchy.
You live in sexual anarchy?
To Brazil. That's a story of perseverance.
It's a story that may not be true. His misrepresentation.
Want to hear the whole thing again? Yeah, that's
first reported by last month.
So he had to get some Red Scare propaganda in there. So he fled from Stalin first.
In an interview with the Jewish News Syndicate.
I'm very proud of my grandparents' story. My grandfather fleeing Ukraine, fleeing Stalin's persecution, going to Belgium, finding refuge there, marrying my grandmother, then fleeing Hitler, going to Brazil. That's a story of perseverance.
It's a story that may not be true. His misrepresentations of his family history first reported by the Jewish publication The Forward, and his story contradicted by numerous sources reviewed by CNN's K-File. Records from the Holocaust Museum and the International Center on Nazi Persecution, which keeps records on Jewish refugees, show no mention of Santos's grandparents. One genealogist who helped research Santos's family tree at CNN's request said there's no sign of Jewish and/or Ukrainian heritage and no indication of name changes along the way.
I'm so proud to be able to keep our family going forward and showing that not only did we survive, but now I'm able to go advocate and fight for other Jewish people.
Santos has not responded to CNN.
He's even Jewish.
Family history and discrepancies with his resume and biography.
People are perplexed. They're asking me, how could somebody possibly tell this scale of lies and get elected?
Among the seeming misrepresentations, first detailed by the New York Times and confirmed by CNN, Santos's biography has at times claimed he earned degrees in finance and economics from Baruch College and New York University. CNN found he also said in at least 2 separate interviews he received an MBA from NYU.
Today, I stand very proud with the bachelor's and master's degree, all New York educated, Baruch College and NYU for my MBA.
A spokesman for NYU telling CNN something different. The university records do not reflect anyone with that name having attended NYU, while a spokesperson for Baruch College could not find anyone with his name or birthday ever attending the school. The record of his work history also murky. His campaign bio mentioned stints at Citigroup and Goldman Sachs. Neither Citigroup nor Goldman Sachs have any records of his employment. Santos listed on his 2022 financial disclosure a salary of $750,000 and claimed he made the same amount last year. Income, he says he earned from the DeVolder organization, which he says is his family's firm. A search showed the firm
which doesn't exist
last year. The state temporarily deemed it inactive for failure
Rich, good
to file
evening.
required annual reports. CNN found Santos filed the required report Tuesday. Santos' attorney said Santos represents the kind of progress that the left is so threatened by, a gay Latino immigrant and Republican who won a Biden district in overwhelming fashion.
So yeah, let's tackle that claim of him being gay, shall we? This is what the left is scared of. What? The openly gay rep-elect George Santos didn't disclose his divorce with a woman. Now, it's possible you can be gay and be married to a woman. There are all kinds of situations where this happens. But I mean, given what we know about this guy already, Republican Congressman-elect George Santos is under new scrutiny after a New York Times report earlier this week uncovered a string of apparent outright fabrications at the heart of some of the most fundamental facts of his life. But the backstory may also be notable for what Santos did not include: a publicly undisclosed marriage. Santos, who claims he has never experienced discrimination in the Republican Party, broke barriers this year when he became the first openly gay, non-incumbent GOP candidate elected to Congress. But according to court records obtained by the Daily Beast, Santos appears to be the subject of a previously unacknowledged September 2019 divorce with a woman in Queens County, New York. The divorce, which Santos has not disclosed publicly, adds new uncertainty to his already shaky biographical and political claims. I am openly gay, have never had any issue with my sexual identity in the past decade, and I can tell you and assure you I will always be an advocate for LGBTQ folks, Santos told the USA Today in October, responding to criticism about his support for Florida's so-called Don't Say Gay bill. Have you heard the freaking news? YouTube, Facebook, and all of big tech are trying to do a cancel culture on JustinFREAKIN.
Up yours, woke moralists. We'll see who cancels who.
Help the channel stay alive and grow by subscribing or following, and be sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the fun, even when one platform tries to shut us up.
He's kicking authority in the balls.
If you have it to spare and really want to show support, consider subbing on Twitch, becoming a patron, or a member on YouTube. You'll get access to extra delights and debauchery, and you'll have my eternal appreciation. Thank you for being a freaking follower, and have a great freaking day.